Welcome back. Well, 8K Miles is the company that we're talking about. That stock is up around 7% reacting to what is a good set of numbers which came out a couple of minutes ago, or maybe 45 minutes ago. We have Suresh Venkatachari, Chairman and CEO of 8K Miles, joining in, and we have Rima joining in for the interview as well. Mr. Venkatachari, just wanted to start with asking you about your margins. It's around a 500 basis points improvement which is taking place this quarter on a sequential basis. What led to that, and what might be a sustainable average for the remaining part of the fiscal?
Thank you. Our margin is actually, EBITDA is actually around 35% this quarter compared to last quarter 30%. We were actually consistently delivering around 34-35% across several quarters. And last quarter we have increased our headcount, so that is the reason of a little dip. And this quarter we are able to deploy the resources into the projects, and also our Cloud Easy is producing more revenue, sustainable revenue from our large pharma accounts. This quarter, we have also added 4 healthcare customers and 2 pharma customers. So these are the main attribute to improve our bottom line as well as our revenue.
So, Mr. Venkatachari, going forward as well in FY17, margins should be above 35%?
See, we continue to improve with innovations actually. So that is what we are continuing to invest in research and development actually, which enable us to improve more profitability. Continue to do more as a service. So we expect to grow in a similar fashion, and we are seeing a lot of opportunity in the cloud. And many enterprises are started adapting cloud transformation, which is actually a multi-year contracts. So this is actually helping us to have a sustainable revenue as well as a good EBITDA margin.
Okay. You spoke about the company having added 4 healthcare and 4 pharmaceutical clients this quarter. Is it possible for you to quantify what the deal wins were in, say, $1 million, as well as what the deal pipeline is? Because that is a number which you don't give us normally.
Yeah, sure. We added 4 healthcare and 2 pharma customers. It's in a very early stage actually. See, the reason why we can't able to give a projection is these cloud accounts or even our enterprise EHR implementation is actually a progressive. So let me explain to you actually, if I go and implement a cloud solution for a large account, we start with one small division, but they have probably more than 50 different divisions or projects, and these will be added over multiple years. So that is one of the reasons it's very difficult to predict exact model. But what we have seen in the historically with one of the large pharma account we won in last year, October, that has actually significantly producing us growing quarter on quarter, actually doubling the revenue there. So that is the kind of a thing what we model to grow in other accounts too.
Okay. Mr. Venkatachari, just coming back to the margins, a lot of the IT companies are dealing now with the Brexit and the uncertainty that it comes with in terms of maybe deals as well as what's happening to the pound. Can you articulate for us what the impact might be for 8K Miles, whether you're seeing any sort of fallout of it already?
Okay, fortunately or unfortunately, we do not have much business out of Europe, actually. However, we have certain customers in Europe, pharma customers, but we bill in US dollars actually in the US. Mainly all the billings is through the US. So we don't have a big exposure in the UK right now, but we have a plans to expand our forte into European market. But the timing, I'm not really sure because of this big Brexit actually, and the time frame probably we enter maybe next quarter or following quarter once we understand the impact fully.
Okay. So far, you've not paid any dividends. Do you start? Are you planning to start paying dividends to your retail, to your investors and shareholders?
See, we are actually a very young, growing company, and we are actually contemplating a lot of acquisition and many of the things. That is one of the reasons we were not considering dividend. However, if our board consider to provide a dividend, actually, we will definitely consider. And as far as the capital appreciation in the stock portfolio, we are growing well. And our model is actually to attain a leadership position in the next 2 years. So as I told you earlier, so that is the main reason we are actually investing the funds for 2 things mainly. One is our innovation development. Innovation is a very critical key to win against a large player in the cloud transformation business. And second is actually to acquire additional businesses where we can have a quickly to grow our business substantially. So these are the two primary goals compared to a dividend. Still, we are a very small, mid-sized company, I would say, but we are growing in a phase where we would be able to substantially grow in the next maybe 12 to 18 months' time. Then we can able to definitely consider dividend.
Okay. Yes, you've been very active on the acquisition front. Any more acquisitions that you've planned? Any companies that you've been speaking to?
We constantly do that, actually. We constantly evaluate companies because we always find a right fit, because it's a very difficult process, the acquisition and integration process. So we constantly look for companies, and we focus actually only in the couple of verticals, like in the pharma, life science, healthcare, and also in the banking and finance. So that's the area we really want to tap. And because if you see, the cloud market is actually just started taking off very nicely. And we see a big potential, and if any company which can able to open a new customer account for us, or bring a lot of domain expertise, consultants inside, that's what we really look at.
Okay. All right. Fair enough, Mr. Venkachari. We're going to leave it on that note. Thanks very much for joining in and giving us a synopsis of your numbers this time round. The stock reacting very handsomely to what has been 100% Q-on-Q revenue run rate, which they've had for multiple quarters now. So up around 7.5% for that stock. Thanks, Rima, for joining in and taking us through that interview as well. We'll take a break now, and up next, we're going to get you that unplugged conversation.